So in this video, let's take a look at arrays in JavaScript, how you can create the arrays and the methods that JavaScript provides when you are working with arrays. An array is a variable that can hold more than one value at a time, and usually the array will hold related data. But let's see, for example, creating an array. So we're going to add a simple array, const numbers, and we're going to add the square brackets. The square brackets is going to tell JavaScript that we want to create an array. So if you see a square bracket, this is going to be an array in JavaScript. So we're going to add, for example, 10, comma, the data that you have in an array should be separated by a comma. So we're going to add 10, 20, comma, 30, comma, 40, comma, 50. And usually the last item doesn't require the comma. So we're going to send these values to the console, numbers, save these. And now you can see we have these 5 and then we have the array. You can click here on this triangle and you can see at the bottom we have array. And then we have these numbers 0, 10, 1, 20, 2, 30, tier 40, and the fourth position is going to be 50. So this is known as a numerical array or an indexed array because it has these indexes. You can see in JavaScript, in almost all the languages, an array starts at the 0 position. So for example, if you want to print this number 30, you can use something like this. Square brackets and the position number 2. And now you can see we have the number 30. And you can access multiple values. You, for example, can copy this and add 0, 2, and 3, or 4. And you can see we have different values. So this is how you access the array. But you can see an array is holding multiple pieces of data into one variable. That's something really important. And I'm going to add console.log numbers. So there is another method how you can create an array. The second method is add an array of months. And we're going to add const months. And you can add, for example, using new array. This is going to be another method, but this is less common than this one. This one is more popular in all the examples that you will find on the internet. January, let's add a few months, not all of them. March, April, comma, May, and one more, let's add June, something like that. If you send this to the console, save this, you can see we have the same result, an array, and you can open this and you will find the indexes on the left. If you want to access, for example, June, you use square brackets and the number 5. And now you can see we have June right here. Also an array, for example, I'm going to comment this, can hold mixed values. Mixed values, so for example, you can add const mixed array. And you can add, for example, a string, comma, a number, comma, a boolean, comma, another string, comma, and a null value. And you can send this value to the console, mixed array, save this, and you can see we have, if I open this, we have strings, we have numbers, we have booleans, and we have also a null right here. So I'm going to remove this code, and I'm going to uncomment this. So let's review some of the methods that we have when we are working with arrays. So for example, you can check the length of the array. And you can add console.log months.length. This is really similar as the string property. You can see we have 6. And you can see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See, if I send this value to the console, months, you can see that we have 5 positions, but this is starting at the number 0. The length is going to be 6. So the length is going to report the actual number. Then, for example, let's say, check if this is an array. You can add something like this, console.log, and then you add array dot is array, and then you pass months in this case, and you can see that we have true. I'm going to comment this line. So for example, if I add something like let name equals Juan, and we move this right here to the bottom, and we pass name right here, it's going to print false because this is not an array, this is a string.